Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Maddie, and today I'll be doing a fruits basket merch haul. I did one of these about 2 weeks ago, and I mentioned that there would be a part 2 coming because I ended up collecting so much merch this year that I couldn't fit it all into one video without it being super long, so decided to make a part 2 that I actually am back with sooner than I thought I would. Which is great, because instead of this video coming out a month or two later, we're getting it out about 2 or 3 weeks later, so that is great, and I am excited to show you the rest of the stuff that I have got this year. Most of this stuff I did get online, so I will link the places that I got them down in the description box, just in case you want to get them and check them out for yourself. But with that all out of the way, why don't we just get right into it. So because these two things are taking up the most space in this carrier, we're going to go over them first just to get them out of the way. So I got 2 blankets, and I will actually take pictures of these because I can't really hold the whole thing up. It won't show all of it on camera, so I will take pictures for sure and put them on the screen. This is the first one. It is one of Keo, and it looks like that. So funny story with these blankets. I really wanted a fruits basket throw blanket that could cover my whole bed and pretty much just work as a comforter. This one though ended up being too small. It looks pretty big, but it's still too small for my bed, so it didn't end up working. That's why I got another one, which I'll get to in a minute, but I'm still glad I got this one just because it's so cool. I actually thought this picture was from the manga. It is actually fan art, although I'm really uncertain who actually did the fan art. Hopefully I can find it. But it's so crazy because I actually thought this picture was from the manga, but it is actually fan art. But either way, it is super pretty. I actually use it as a tapestry since it can't fit on my bed, and instead I hang it right over my bed on the wall over here, which you'll see because I took a picture of it, and it just looks so pretty. I'm constantly looking over at my wall over there and just being like, oh, he's so beautiful. So it didn't work out as a blanket for my bed, but it makes for a pretty cool decoration. Now this one I actually got for my bed instead, and it worked perfectly. I got it in a size up from this blanket because they were both from the same seller on Amazon, so I just got a size up from this one. It worked out so well, and this blanket I love to death. It is a blanket that is just a collage of Kyo panels from the manga. I really hesitated getting this one just because the shipping on this one specifically was so expensive. So I was really on the fence about getting this one, but I just thought it was too beautiful to pass up, and I'm so glad I did get it because it looks gorgeous on my bed. I am constantly using it basically as a comforter, and I pretty much sleep with it every night now. Material of both of these blankets are really good. I would really recommend the seller on Amazon for these ones because they're really good quality and they are both super gorgeous. So you should definitely check them out. But man, I am in love with this Kyo one. My bed now is just a Kyo shrine, so I'm loving it so far. Now I suppose we'll get into books. So I got the Yen Press editions of the manga. I got the first 4 volumes, and then I found volume 9 at Barnes & Noble last night because I visited there, so I just went and got it because this was the only volume they had there that I didn't have yet. So even though it's volume 9 and I need volume 5 next, I just got it anyway just because it was there. But I specifically got the Yen Press versions even though I already have the Tokyo Pop versions, because I heard that the Yen Press versions are a much better translation than the Tokyo Pop one. Ever since these versions came out, I swore I was not going to get them because I already owned the Tokyo Pop versions. I did not feel a need to get these ones, but because recently I heard that they are a better translation, I decided to just get them. That gave me a reason to get them because I'm so curious to see if they are actually a better translation, because that's what I've heard before. So I do actually want to read these sometime, probably after I've collected the whole set of them, which might take a while, but I'm slowly collecting them. And whereas I got my Tokyo Pop versions used, I want to get these ones in brand new condition and just have a set of the manga that just looks brand new, because I already have the Tokyo Pop versions used. It'd be nice to have a full set that is just brand new and really nice looking. So I'm really excited to keep on collecting these and eventually reading them soon. They are so so beautiful, and I do love that they are a little different from the Tokyo Pop versions. Instead of them having one volume, they have 2 volumes in each book, so that is pretty cool. I do predict that I'll be slowly collecting these ones, but I'm excited for the moment when I have the full set, so hopefully that'll be pretty soon. And next I have some extra Fruits Basket books from Tokyo Pop. I have been wanting to get my hands on these forever, but could never find them for a reasonable price until I found them for sale on 𝑭𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘. There was a bundle of these books for, I believe there were around $6 for all of them, which is crazy cheap, so I could not pass that up and I decided to get them. So I'll go through each of them. The first one here is the Fruits Basket fan book, the cat fan book, which basically just has a lot of extra information about the manga in it. I have read some of this. Have not completed it yet, but I still want to continue going through it. I do have the banquet book, although it is in California right now with all of the rest of my stuff stored over there that I have yet to bring over here, so it is locked away right now. But at least I have the cat fan book. The banquet book is also on 𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 too, and I've actually debated getting it just because I love reading the books with extra information about the manga because it includes a lot of facts in them. And one thing I love to do on my Instagram account is share facts about Fruits Basket, and usually I get those facts from the banquet book or the cat fan book, but I don't have the banquet book with me right now, so I might end up ordering it on 𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 because they also have it on there for super cheap, so I probably will end up doing that, even though I technically already own it, but I'm not going to get my hands on it for I don't even know how long. So I'll probably order it from there sometime, but I'm glad to have the cat fan book. It is really interesting and I've enjoyed reading it so far. And the next thing I have, I accidentally got twice. I got it in the bundle, but I guess I accidentally ordered it on its own and didn't realize it, but it's fine. And that is the Fruits Basket sticker collection. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, why did I accidentally ordered one? But honestly, I'm kind of glad that I accidentally got another one. That way I have a sticker collection that I could use and then one that I can preserve. It really worked out well that way. So I was actually glad that I accidentally ordered another one, even though I didn't mean to. So this includes, it says pinup, stickers, and temporary tattoos. So it has prints with each of the characters on them, and they also have information about the character on the back of their pictures, and then it goes into the stickers. So it has a lot of stickers to choose from, which honestly I don't think I've used any of the stickers yet. I never know where to put stickers. I never have a place to put stickers. I've been thinking of putting them on my laptop, I just haven't done it yet. No, I haven't used any of the stickers, not even on this one. I need to figure out a use for them because they're just hanging out there. Although I have used the tattoos before. I would use the tattoos for when I was filming videos, so I would put a Fruits Basket tattoo on myself while I was reacting to the anime or just in a video where I was talking about Fruits Basket. It just made for a really fitting tattoo for the topic at hand. So it's a really cute book and I can't wait to continue using it more. And then I got the Fruits Basket planner. The thing about this planner is it's technically for the years, I believe, it says in the beginning 2008, 2009, 2010. And of course, as we know, it is not either of those years. Those were over 10 years ago. But the nice thing about this is that even though the year at a glance goes over years that were 13 years ago, each of the layouts don't actually follow a calendar. They don't state the year that it is in, so you can customize the layouts to any year, any week, any month that you want. So you don't only have to use it in 2008 or 2009 or 2010. You can use it in any year. So it's still useful that way. I have used it a little bit. I believe I used it, like I used 2 or 3 layouts. So I do want to make more use of it. I have been using it not for video planning because I use another planner for that, but I use it for just like daily planning or like to-do lists, and it's very useful for that, so I'm going to continue using it for that. And lastly, I have the Fruits Basket journal. So this is such a teeny journal that I have not figured out what to use it for yet just because it's so small, but I'll figure it out eventually. I did contemplate using it to take notes on either the anime or the manga, but it is so small that I don't feel like I'd be able to actually include pictures in it or be able to write a lot of notes in it. So yeah, I don't really know what to use it for yet, but I'll figure it out. For right now, it's just sitting, hanging out, waiting to be used, but I promise I will find a use for you. It's still pretty cool though. And this one is super exciting, but it was a hassle to actually get it, and that is the Fruits Basket first season illustrations book filled with illustrations by Natsuki Takaya. It has all of her personal illustrations in it. Something that the author has been doing is sharing personal illustrations that correlate with the episode that came out that week, and she would share them on Twitter, which was always such a treat to see. I'm always so excited to see what illustration she's going to do based off of the episode that is coming out. Those were always so fun to look forward to, and I can't wait until, I'm assuming she hopefully starts that back up again during season 3, but this one just has the illustrations that she did during season 1, and they look like that. They are super pretty. I've always just loved her artwork, and it has improved so much over the years. It also includes comments by her on it, just about, I'm assuming, the illustrations and the episode. But the thing is that they're all in Japanese, so I need to figure out a way to translate them. When I shared that I got this book on Instagram, I got some comments saying that you could use Google Translate, and what you can do is take a picture of the translation and then it'll translate it into English for you. So I'm going to try doing that because that seems like such a simple way to do it. I thought I was going to have to try to find each symbol, translate it like that, and that would have taken forever, so I'm so glad that Google Translate has an easy way to do that. This is one of the only merch items I own that has come straight from Japan. And because of that, it took a long time to get this because when I had ordered it, it was right in the middle of the pandemic, and shipping, especially internationally, was having issues. So the shipping option that I had chosen for this one had ended up getting delayed and was pretty much not working anymore. The site that I got this from eventually ended up offering an alternative shipping option that I could choose that was working, but it cost a little more than the shipping option I had initially chose. And also because this is straight from Japan. Shipping from the start, from the initial shipping option that I chose, was already expensive. So add on top of that like $20 more. This is I believe a $15 book that I ended up paying like $45 for. It makes me cringe thinking about that, but I wanted it so bad that I was just like, you know what, it's fine. I'm gonna pretend that I did not spend almost $50 on a $15 book. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm okay with it, and I am, because it's such a cool book, but man, was it expensive, and it took 3 months to get here, like 3 or 4 months to get here. It was crazy, but I finally got my hands on it, and I'm excited to actually read it and translate it and just see all that Takaya has to say in it, so really excited for that. Next, I have some DVDs. So I got the 2001 version of the anime. I found this one just by chance at Half Price Books. So these I actually got in store in person. One of the only things here that I got at a store in person, so that's pretty cool. I had owned the 2001 version before. I believe it was the 2011 collector's edition that I owned, but it's a long story on how I lost that, so I won't get into it, but basically I didn't have it anymore. And although the 2001 version isn't my favorite, although I love the reboot a lot better, I still needed well, I don't need to, but I still wanted to have the 2001 version just to have it in my collection. So I was glad to actually find these at Half Price Books in my town. That was really convenient. So I ended up getting them, and I believe this is one of the very, very early editions. I had wanted to get the 16th anniversary edition. That is like the newest edition of the original series, but I can't justify the cost of it, especially since I don't love the 2001 version. I just can't justify paying that much for something that I don't love. And this edition was just so much affordable, even though it's not as nice as the newest edition. I was like, it's fine, just because I'm not in love with the 2001 version. So just having cheap copies of it is fine with me. And I have actually put these in and watched them just when I feel like watching the 2001 version. So yeah, it's really nice to finally have the original version back on hand and ready to put in and watch whenever I feel like it. This is the future me, and I'm gonna hop in because I forgot to show something. I said at the end of this video, I hope I didn't forget anything. What do you know? I forgot something. Which I'm honestly not that surprised, because I got so many things this year that I was bound to forget something. So I kind of expected this to happen. So to make up for it, I'm just gonna show it in a completely new outfit and all that. So I hope you all don't mind that. But what I did forget to show is these Kyo earrings. So I got this from Etsy, one of my favorite places to get Fruits Basket merch. I love getting fan-made merch, so I found these and thought they were so cute. There are a lot of Fruits Basket earrings on Etsy I've come to find, a lot that I would actually get, and I might get more Fruits Basket related earrings in the future. But I really love this one because it's Keo wearing the black shirt, which was one of his best looks in the anime. It was such a serve, so I thought it'd be very cool to have them as earrings. So once I saw them, I just knew I had to get them. And I wear them mainly just for videos, just because I don't know how I can pass wearing these out in public. I mean, I'm sure I could. I'm sure it's fine to wear anime earrings, but the thing is that whenever I go out, it's usually just to go to work, and sadly I don't think I'm going to be able to wear these earrings to work. I think they're a little bit too crazy, a little bit, I hate to say unprofessional for work, but honestly it's kind of true, so I just don't. But maybe when I go out for a night out or a day out, I might wear these out. But mainly I just wear them in my videos now. You might have seen me wear them a few times, and I absolutely love them. I'm so glad that I have at least one merch item that includes Keo wearing the black shirt, because I need that in my collection for sure. The next thing I have, I was so excited when I found this. It is a Keo plush. Yes, I did get another Keo plush doll. So the story behind this one, it's a good one. So one of my mutuals on Twitter shared a picture of her Fruits Basket merch in a group chat that we're in, and I saw that she had this doll, and I had mentioned to her how much I was really wanting to get that Keo plush, but everywhere I look, it is so crazy expensive that I could never justify spending that much on a plush. So I just never ended up getting it, because all the places I saw that it was for sale was from resellers who were really upping the price because it was a rare item from Japan, and it was just too expensive for me. So a few months later, like 1 or 2 months later, she popped into the group chat and told me that she had found this one that was on sale for, I believe it was around $30. And when she told me that, I was like, I need to get that right now, because I have never been able to find this doll for that cheap. That was such a good price. So as soon as I could, as soon as I had the money to, I went and got it. And girl, thank you so much for telling me about it. I was so excited. I wouldn't have been able to find it otherwise, so I'm really thankful for her for letting me know that. So I was so happy to get my hands on one. He is so cute, and I love the fact that his head is so much bigger than his little body, and also the material he's made out of is so soft. Like, I just want to touch him all the time. And I have actually slept with him before beside me, just like I would cuddle my stuffed animals when I was a child. I just have him beside me, and I'm just like, just cuddle him. He's so cute. Now though, I have him sitting on my ottoman that is across from my bed, so it just makes for cool decoration. So I'm so glad I found him, and I'm so glad I had help finding him. I'm so thankful for that. This I got pretty recently, another thing that I got in person at the store, which is awesome, and it is the Fruits Basket 2021 calendar. So if you saw my last haul, you saw me mention that I had got the 2020 calendar early this year. But I had also mentioned that I wasn't sure if I was going to get this one, just because I don't love the layout of the months, just because they use shots from season 1, and I thought it was really odd choice because why wouldn't you use shots from season 2? Because season 2 is out now and it's awesome. I still don't understand why they made that choice, but even though I said, you know, I'm probably not going to get it, I ended up getting it anyway just because my whole room is decorated with Fruits Basket that it would be very out of place for me to get any other calendar, so I just got it anyway because it's still Fruits Basket. So of course I'm still going to love it even though I don't absolutely love the choice of the layouts of the month. It's cool. And the cool thing is that I can still use it now because it has the months of September, October, November, and December from 2020 in it, so I have it hanging right now because I can use this page for it. The funny thing about this one though, oh my gosh, I discovered this before I got this calendar when this calendar was released for pre-order, I believe, and it's about the month of October, so like, can you tell what's wrong with this? This is a layout for 𝑭𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘, but they put pictures of 𝑭𝒐𝒑 on it. So someone thought that 𝑭𝒐𝒑 and 𝑭𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 were the same character, which I could understand why you would think that because they both have long black hair, but at the same time though, 𝑭𝒐𝒑's hair is wavy and 𝑭𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐's hair is straight. So, like, you should be able to tell it apart a little bit. So I just think that is so funny how that little mess up would happen. And when it was still up for pre-order, I thought someone was going to see it and be like, oh, we need to fix that. Nope, it was still released and it was not fixed. So this is just the way it is. I'm not even mad though. I just think it's the most funniest thing I've ever seen. So I am totally okay with it because I get a good laugh every time I see it. So I cannot wait to get to the month of October because I'm just going to be looking at my wall, laughing and being like, no, those are not the same two characters. It's so funny. Other than that, it's a pretty cool calendar. I think I like the 2021 better, but this one will still do. Next, I got a few things from AliExpress, which I had never gotten anything from AliExpress just because things there seem really cheap looking. And they usually sell off-brand items, which isn't always okay, but I did get a few things from there. The first thing I got was 2 phone cases. So these were, because like I said, AliExpress is super cheap. These both were about $2. Like, they were crazy cheap, especially for phone cases. But because of that, that's why I decided to get them. Just because at that time I did not have the money to spend on a phone case, and I did actually need phone cases. I did not have any for my phones, so I needed to change that. But I knew I had to get Fruits Basket ones. So you may even be wondering, girl, why do you have 2 phones? This phone is the one for calling, because this one actually has data on it. This one is just pretty much serves as like an iPod Touch sort of thing. It does not have data on it, so I only use it when I'm at home. So that's why I need a phone for calling, and this is the only one that works for making phone calls. That's why I have 2 phones. I know that's a little weird. So this one is of Keo. It's from the anime, and I absolutely adore this shot of him so much, so I'm so glad I found it. Love this one. And then this one is of the sheet scene from the manga. I also have this panel on a pillow. As you usually see, that's sitting behind me. It's over there right now, but it's usually behind me, so I have it on a phone and on a pillow just because I love this scene so much. One of my favorite panels from the manga, so I got it on a phone case as well. And another thing I got from AliExpress, it kind of fell apart, but that's just because it's super cheap, so I'm not going to complain much about it. It is a wall scroll, and it is of a picture of Keo and Yuki on it. I believe this print was actually in a magazine, but I ended up finding it on AliExpress on a wall scroll, so I got it as a wall scroll. Although it's not actually a wall scroll anymore because the top part of it broke off, unfortunately. So it's pretty much just a poster now, even though the bottom part of it is there. So I just hang it up as is and use it as a poster. So I was pretty disappointed it fell apart, but I got what I paid for with it, so not that big of a deal. I absolutely love this print of Keo and Yuki for some reason, just because the way they're acting here is so them, so I thought it was so fitting. And they both look absolutely gorgeous as well. Next, I have some prints, which are actually hanging back here. You might have seen them in a few videos before if you have seen my videos before. I'll just move aside so you can see them better, and I'll also take individual pictures of them, but that is what they look like. They were all of Kyo and Toru. I have been getting in the habit of collecting Kyo and Toru fan art, so I have a little collection going on. All of these, except for this one, but these three are from Etsy. This one is from is it Stornby? I think that's what it's called. It's from Stornby. I'm slowly collecting more prints. I have 3 more coming. They just have not arrived yet, but this is what I have started so far. And I will especially link these ones in the description box just so I can credit the artists on them. And you should definitely get them for yourselves if you can. They are so pretty. Although I put them on my wall, I still feel like it's a little hard to see them just because I sit right in front of them. So I wanted to use them as a background for my videos. But the thing is, you can barely ever see them, so that didn't work out too well. I feel like it doesn't matter how many things I put on my wall for videos, you still can't really see them because I'm sitting in front of them. So it's just the way it works. At least I think sometimes these two are still visible. Next thing I got is super cool, and I'm so excited to share it. It arrived yesterday, so it is brand new. This is what it is. It's pretty much like an iPod poster. I kept seeing ads for these on Instagram, and I never respond to Instagram ads ever. This is the very first time I did, but I did just because I thought this was such a neat idea. Basically how this site works is you pick a song from Spotify and you can put it on one of these posters that replicate an iPod or how you would view a song on a streaming service, and you can choose your own photo to go along with it. So what I ended up doing is, at first I was going to choose a song by Taylor Swift until I was like, wait, this is a better idea. I can turn this into Fruits Basket merch and pick one of the OP songs from the anime and turn it into this like really cool Fruits Basket merch decoration thing. So I ended up doing that. I chose Again, which is the first OP from the first season, and I also used the iconic shot of Toru carrying Kyo home after the true form arc. And yeah, I really love how it turned out, and I love the fact that it turned into a DIY merch thing. That is so freaking cool. So I have it sitting on my desk, and I think I'm going to keep it there. Oh, and another cool thing about it is that it has this code. What you do is you go on the Spotify app and scan the code, and it will bring up the song for you to play. So you can also just play the song just by scanning the poster, which is very convenient, even though I don't use Spotify, but still, that's pretty cool. And the last thing I have is something I saved for last because it's probably one of my favorite things that I got recently, and you can see it right now. It's my Keo body pillow. If you do watch my videos, you'll probably have seen this before. It's always sitting behind me, so it is also something that I use as decor for my background to my videos. That's what the front looks like. It just says Fruits Basket on it, and then the back is just Kyo's whole body because it's a body pillow. And am I ashamed that I have an anime body pillow? No, because it's Kyo and I love him, so of course I'm going to get a Kyo body pillow. I don't think there's anything weird about that. I got this from Hot Topic, and they also have one of Shigure, Yuki, and Haru. So they don't have just Kyo, they also have other characters. And Amazon also has one of Toru. I don't know if Hot Topic has one of Toru yet, but there is a Toru one on Amazon as well. So yeah, they have more characters, but of course I had to get Kyo because he's my favorite. So really glad to have this. It makes for great decor on my bed, and I get questions about it all the time on Instagram in my video. Like, this pillow is really high in demand, so you should definitely get one if you would like to. I said this was the last thing, but I forgot about my shirt, so my shirt actually is going to be the last thing. So I got an Orgari shirt, which is a replica of the shirt that the characters wore in season 1, episode 6 during the school festival. I had been wanting an Orgari shirt for so long. I kept seeing them online. Eventually, I ended up getting one that was on Box Lunch. I had never ordered from Box Lunch before. They're pretty much the same thing as Hot Topic. They sell pop culture stuff, and I believe they're also owned by the same company as Hot Topic, so that's why they're the same thing. There is also one on Hot Topic as well, but I ended up getting the one from Box Lunch. So yeah, I'm glad to finally have one. I can't tell you why, just for some reason I was like, I really need an Orgari shirt. I had been looking for one. I had been having my eye on one for a while. Finally I got one, so I'm so glad I finally got one. It's so cute, and now I feel one with the characters because I have the same shirt as them that they wore during the school festival. As weird as that sounds. And lately it's been my favorite shirt to wear. Alrighty, that is everything. I hope I didn't miss anything, but as far as I know, I haven't. Like I said, I still do have a few more things coming. They just haven't arrived here yet, so I'll include those in my next haul, whenever that will be. Again, I will have the links for where I got all of these in the description box as long as they are still available, which since I got most of these things recently, they should be, so you should definitely check those out. But other than that, I think that's it, and I'm gonna wrap this video up here because I have been filming for 50 minutes, so I have a feeling this one is going to be super long. So thank you if you have watched all the way through. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more anime related videos and anime reactions, and also be sure to follow me on social media. Those are pretty much my Fruits Basket fan pages. They will be linked in the description box, and I will be back really soon. Bye!